In a city filled with inspiring monuments, one Washington, D.C. landmark has long been something of a mystery. Until now, Ed O'Keefe offers us a tour.
Its spires leap nearly 300 feet into the sky. At their pinnacle, a 2-ton, gold-covered angel issues a clarion call to the heavens. It's clad in white Alabama marble, matching other monuments around the nation's capital. But for decades, it's posed something of a mystery to the millions who stream by on D.C.'s Beltway. Some even comparing it to the land of Oz. When church members hear that, what do they think of that?
We smile. But it's one of the reasons we have this open house. We won't get everybody who comes around the corner on the Beltway. But I hope more and more will see it as something much, much more than Oz.
Todd Christofferson and David Bednar are 2 of the 12 apostles, or the highest-ranking elders of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. They traveled from Utah to bring us inside the church's hallowed Washington, D.C. temple, a place normally off-limits to all but members of the faith.
Sometimes we're accused of, well, what are the secret things that you do in the temple? They're not secret, they're sacred. And so we don't speak of them casually or lightly because to us, they're so central, so fundamental, and so important to how we live.
The temple's been under renovation since 2018, so non-members are temporarily allowed in for construction. And now, so are Sunday morning's cameras, ahead of a public open house that begins later this month. Are we walking into another realm?
Yes, symbolically.
The apostles and their wives, Kathy Christofferson and Susan Bednar, ushered us across this entry bridge.
We're leaving the world and entering a more heavenly place where we learn about God.
And we have a song that children sing when they're young. I love to see the temple. I'm going there someday to feel the Holy Spirit, to listen and to pray.
Surprisingly, there's no soaring cathedral-like space inside. Most of the rooms are windowless, hushed, and intimate. One room that does wow is the baptistry. And how warm's the water?
It's warm. They keep it warm.
This baptismal font, perched atop 12 life-size oxen symbolizing the tribes of Israel, isn't for the living, but to anoint the souls of church members' long-deceased ancestors. How do they know that that's something that ancestor wants?
They don't. They just plain don't know, but they can hope.
It is, in a sense, a free will offering to that person who, in the eternities, can choose to accept it or not.
Baptism of the dead is just one practice that makes the church stand out. Established in New York State nearly 200 years ago, the Latter-day Saints were persecuted for their beliefs. Like most religious institutions, the church has faced criticism from inside and outside on issues of race, sexuality, and gender. But the growing diversity among its nearly 17 million members across 6 continents suggests their message is being received. And while their holy scriptures are known as the Book of Mormon, today church members avoid calling themselves Mormons, emphasizing instead what they share with other Christian faiths, a reverence for Christ.
This is called a sealing room. So it's in this room that a man and a woman kneel at this altar, and they are sealed together. Not just till death do you part, but for this life and for all of eternity.
And that, in many ways, is one of the biggest differences between members of Latter-day Saints and other denominations, is that it doesn't end at death.
Yeah, we believe that families can be together forever.
We ended our tour near the top of the temple, in a room for quiet contemplation.
This is the celestial room. This is a representation of our heavenly home. This is a place of light, of peace.
A place of light and peace. A statement in this world and a declaration of faith to the next. There's still mystery in the Washington, D.C. temple, but in the coming weeks, if you're curious, the doors will be open wide.